Wells was the director, producer, and co-writer of Kane. And he'd also decided to play the central character himself. When he made Kane, he was 25 years old. The character of Kane ages from a young man to a decrepit invalid in his 70s. This transformation became the responsibility of an unqualified young man working as a sweeper of hair in the RKO makeup department.
I was so elated to find that he was coming to RKO studio. And I made all kinds of plans and to see him and so on. And I had the opportunity. And Orson went around seeing in every department. He wanted to acquaint himself with movie making. I had a little corner all to myself. And in that place, I had clay, and I had my tools and everything else, and I would spend as much time as I can creatively, because it was important. Orson saw me playing with noses and ears and things like that, and he wanted to know if I could completely change his face. I said, sure. So he said, you're absolutely sure? I said, I'm absolutely sure. So what do you have to do first? He said, and I said, I have to take an impression of your head, the whole head. He liked the idea, and when we got the materials, he came in, and he sat down in a chair comfortably, and I covered him up, everything cooking. After I got him covered and so that he couldn't move, I asked Bill Allen, whom I was more friendly than the rest, to please read Fantasias Miller, which is a story written by a very famous writer. I can't think of it, but Fantasias Miller had some very interesting things, and I thought Orson should hear it.
The Kingdom of Evil by Ben Hecht. He is a gigantic man with a large head. His face is expressionless. When he looks at me, he seems made of wax. Yet he is stronger than 100 men. 100, I write. There is no limit to his strength. Again, we face him. He regards us, and we grow weak. He is like a monster that walks on the edge of a dream, calm, waxen, towering. It is impossible to approach him. I think as we stand, is he alive? What power surrounds him? See, we are all trembling before his eyes. A sense of puniness overcomes us. I can almost remember him, as if I had caught a glimpse of him moving through the annihilated streets. Yes, there is something familiar about this monster.
I made a cap to cover his head, and I disliked very much the idea of a man having a cap on his head, pushing his forehead like this, and with rubber over here. And all he does, he goes like that, and now he releases his face underneath, like I'm releasing now, for instance, and it doesn't go back like that. It goes back very slowly. What happened is that when I stretched this thing, I put it on with elastics. It's attached to him, so there's a whole series of elastics there. If he goes like this, it comes down like that.
Oh, sure, you give me...
This was so new that he let me go further and further in this.
You're in a tent, darling. You aren't at home. I can hear you very well if you speak in a normal tone of voice.
You never gave me anything in your whole life. You just tried to buy me into giving you something.
Susan!
If you weren't qualified in those days, how come the studio let you do Orson Welles' makeup?
Because they didn't think he'd ever make a movie there. The rule was, if anybody's production department goes by, don't act. Don't sit, don't do anything. Smoke cigarettes and talk. And that's exactly what they've seen. So they put in a spy. They put in a spy. His name was another makeup artist. I'm not going to name him because he will sue me for the truth. And the first assistant director was a spy. So the makeup artist would tell the assistant director would run up and kiss somebody's ass upstairs. I'm sorry the way I talk it because it's exactly what they did.